Okay, traders, this is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, just a quick recap of the US CPI numbers. Sort of weak numbers. They're only like zero point 0.1 off everything, but and that was enough to give it a the major currencies. In particular, I was watching sterling very closely. It jumped from like 45 right up to I think the high was around 88, right? And then the weirdness sort of started. If anything, I'll call it weird because you'd think there'd be, that's sort of just weaker numbers, slight bit of pullback, and then head topside. But it started to do a bit more work than we initially thought. Whether that was built in, whether the tariffs and all these sorts of things were sort of chiming away, it's a little bit hard to see. But you know what? I think weaker numbers may have been factored into the market. I did draw this extra trend line and was suggesting that 129 sort of 2021 was the key level. As it turned out, it was sort of spot on. But now, for me, I like this setup, right? I'm not actually one bit concerned that this isn't going higher just yet. If anything, it's consolidating for the next leg higher. That's what I'm sort of waiting for. I'm looking for a move back to the top side. Now, the only thing we've got to sort of dodge, right, when we talk about dodging bullets, is just try. And this is the hard part about these tariffs, right? Very hard to work out what the impact is, right? And, we're going to see reactions from different countries about, tit for tat tariffs and all these sorts of things. Where does it end? I don't know. But we have to sort of just be aware of that. I think the markets will start to look over the tariffs and then start to focus on the fundamentals, which is, you know what, the US dollar, we've got inflation just drifting lower. The safe havens here don't know really what they're doing at the moment. Same with dollar CAD. And euro and sterling have had a pretty good run. Euro sort of just drifting sideways. I can see it going topside as well. Aussie and Kiwi sort of battling away there, like Canada, the Canadian dollar, with those tariffs and whatever else is going on. So, anyway, just to sort of sum it up, coming into looking at the trade hub, there are still these core pairs here that are in the zone, right? They have good direction. That's where they're heading, and that's where we're going. And just as a reminder, I will be sort of adding some more details tomorrow. The 10-week challenge will start on Monday. This is the page that you will get access to if you are a part of it. And I do have two pending orders in here just to sort of test the system, get it rolling, give you a bit of a sneak peek of what it's going to look like. The updates each week will go through, and the trades, we will be placing the pending orders, what trades are active, etc., so forth. So you can really get in tune with what is actually happening there. All right. Anyway, I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. But right now, it looks pretty good for a few trading opportunities. If I just come into prime time analysis, you'll see in more detail what we're looking at, right? Euro, short term and long term going up. Bit of a mixed reaction here. We're still waiting for the right signal to get in. Whereas sterling, I tell you what, it looks good to go. It's probably just drifting a little bit lower now, getting primed for a move back to the top side. And that's pretty much it. The one odd thing today, I thought we might see a bit more follow through. Just be aware of this as you go through the European and North American sessions. The North American equity markets are not rallying. I thought they would with those weaker CPI numbers. If anything, the long dated yields are a little bit higher. It's like a slightly higher US rate. And so the lack of sort of uniformity here between the yields and the equity markets is creating that little bit of discombobulation on the major currency pairs. The dollar's doing different things to different instruments, okay, because of the various tariffs. So that's what, as a trader, that's what we've got to navigate, right? If you're not sure, don't trade, right? That's the easiest way to look at it. We'll see how this plays out. I'm still pretty confident that euro and sterling and the dollar itself, dollar's going to go down, euro sterling up. The rest of them, I'm not so sure about. We've got the safe havens in play for the Swiss and the yen. You've got the commodity currencies getting hammered because of the tariffs. That's the Canadian dollar, Aussie dollar, and Kiwi dollar. So focus on the easy trade, not the hard ones. All right. The answers will become more apparent as we go forward. All right, guys, that's it from me. Have a good trade day. All the best. Cheerio.